Hi guys, and welcome to Vlogmas. This is video number 1, day 1. It's just a little life update, kind of Q&A, get ready with me type of video. I have not filmed one of these in close to 2 years, so me sitting down to catch up with you guys I feel like was very overdue. And I'm glad that I got to film this video today. I had you guys write in some questions on my Instagram story for me to answer, and I answered I think 5 or 6 of them throughout this video. Without further ado, let's get right into the video and catch up. Welcome to Vlogmas. I'm gonna link all of the products that I'm using down below for y'all, but I think throughout the video, since I'm gonna be answering questions and like talking, I probably won't be able to like go into detail on every single product that I use. So they'll all be linked down below. But for now, since I haven't started, this is the Say Sun Glow. Let's get started. The first question is, what are your long-term goals? For some reason, I have always had such a hard time sharing my goals with other people. I feel like whenever I keep them to myself and like keep them between me and God, they come true. If I tell a bunch of people what I'm thinking and like what I want to do, it doesn't happen. I don't know why. I've just like always had that belief in me for some reason, so I normally like don't really talk about this. I think like my biggest life goal would definitely be to start a family and have like a happy and healthy husband and a few kids and just be like super content with that. But work-wise, I would say eventually there will be a point where I stop doing social media and like I'm not posting, you know, YouTube videos and going live on TikTok while I do my makeup, but I think we have a long way to go before that happens. However, when that time does come, I want to be able to have built some sort of business platform that I can work on and pursue full-time after this social media wave is kind of over. I think in the long run that is going to be what ends up being the most beneficial for me and like what I can really create out of this platform, because I don't want to just have followers to have followers and like have a platform to have a platform. Like I want to be able to do something with it. But with that being said, I don't think I will share too much into like what I'm thinking for that yet, just because I have given it a lot of thought and I think I do have some pretty good ideas that I'm not really wanting to put on the internet yet. But I would say definitely starting a business that I can one day pass on to my kids or my daughters if I have daughters. I would love to be able to do that, and I want to give back to people in some way, shape, or form. Like I started a skincare company whenever I was 14 with the help of my mom. A lot of the proceeds from that company went to the Tim Tebow Foundation and the American Suicide Prevention Foundation and a dance that my church used to put on called Night to Shine. I started a non-profit whenever I was like literally probably 10 of a canned food drive where I would go every Wednesday and collect a bunch of cans from around my neighborhood and then take them all to the Lake Travis Crisis Ministry Center and donate them to those in need. So I feel like I've always kind of had a spirit for giving back, and like I've always had a drive to make that a priority. And I think like with this platform that I have, even though it's small, it is, you know, growing of course, but I think eventually I'm gonna want to be doing something that benefits other people full-time, because I do genuinely believe that God put me on this earth to give back in some way, because I've had a passion for that for literally as long as I can remember. I believe that God put that drive in my heart for a reason. So, but I would say eventually long-term goal would be to start another business. I kind of don't like this lighting, but my bathroom lighting has like a weird like cast on it kind of whenever I film in there, so I'm trying to use this space, and I moved my mirror off of that wall and put it like literally in front of half my window, so we're just gonna roll with it for today. The next question is any advice for breakups / getting over your first heartbreak? If you know me, you know this is something that I literally could talk about for hours, because my first true heartbreak literally was horrible. To be honest, I am the type of person that moves on from things pretty easily. I feel like I have been through so much from such a young age that I'm kind of able to see that everything happens for a reason. And like my favorite quote in the world, it's also a Bible verse. If I honestly were to ever get a tattoo, it would probably be the letters TTSP for this too shall pass, because literally my whole life I have always reminded myself of that quote. Everything happens for a reason obviously, but like you get through it. Like you feel like it is your entire world crumbling down on you, and then a few months later you're like, okay, I'm good. This world is genuinely ginormous. Like, I know people say there's a lot of fish in the sea, and like, yeah, that's true, but also just like the sea is huge. Like, you have so much ahead of you, and like a boy or a girl breaking your heart and ending a relationship with you is not going to define, one, who you are, and two, the rest of your life. I think one thing that helped me so much was to keep myself super busy after my first breakup. I would try and surround myself with good people as much as I could and just spend time with my friends and family, and I really made it a priority to like put myself first and work on loving myself and having a relationship with myself. I think that's so important to do before getting into a relationship with someone else. What I mean by working on my relationship with myself is I just got in tune with how I wanted my life to look. Like, that is kind of honestly when I started to really pursue social media, was after my first breakup ever. I worked on that a lot, got myself into a super good workout routine. It was like right after I got my license, so I was able to like take myself out to eat by myself and just spend time alone and like get to kind of reconnect with myself and like be in my head a lot. And that honestly does not work for everyone, because sometimes whenever people get in their head, it just gets super negative thoughts and like the breakup literally consumes their mind. But for me, I think like that was the best thing that I could have done for myself, was to just absorb it and take a few days to cry it out, spend time, you know, with my mom, spend time at home on the couch, just doing my thing. And then I was able to get up and continue on my life. But back to what I was saying, I think that remembering and telling yourself that this is just a season, this does not define your whole life at all. Even if it's like the worst breakup in the world and he cheated on you with, I don't know, your best friend or something, it will pass. Everything, literally everything happens for a reason, whether it's to teach you something or to better you. Finding that out takes time, and you seriously are going to be just fine. The next question is how to start social media / best advice for getting into it. I think every single content creator would tell you the same thing, that consistency is the key to building any platform. I don't remember who said it, but I heard someone say followers want something that is going to be predictable. Like, they want to know when you're gonna post. They want to count on you to be uploading, you know, 2 or 3 TikTok videos a day or going live every day. They want to be able to count on you to be there, because at the end of the day, that is what they follow you for. So being consistent is the biggest thing, and it will also show you the most growth in your platforms for sure. I think that we're in kind of an era right now of social media where TikTok is such a huge thing, and like capitalizing on how easy it is to be posting videos every day and like getting followers off of TikTok is so smart, because there is such a huge influencer space right now, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, you can literally just take a 3-second video of you lip syncing a song and it could get 2 million views. You just honestly never know with that kind of stuff. So for me, I always tell people, post your content, post literally whatever you want, and your niche will kind of come naturally. Like, I feel like I've developed a pretty good idea of like what my followers like to see, and with that, it's easier to create content based on knowing, you know, what's gonna get views or what's gonna work for my platform. But I think that overall consistency truly is the biggest thing for building social media, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, literally whatever platform you want to build. Consistency, I think, is the best thing that you could do to get into it. Next question is, how do you get out of a slump? I am someone that gets into slumps very easily. I think it just kind of comes with growing up battling a lot of anxiety and depression from a very, very, very young age. So I think that like falling into a slump or like a lazy kind of cycle is super easy for me, but I will say that it typically only does really happen if I'm going through something. So I always say, embrace whatever you're going through, give yourself a few days to kind of process everything, and again, remind yourself that it's gonna pass, you're gonna be just fine. But once those few days are up, I forced myself to get out of bed, put on a cute workout outfit, go work out, go get a smoothie, you know, come back here, take an everything shower, do a face mask, just do a bunch of things that are gonna make you feel good about yourself and are gonna give you motivation to get back into a good routine. Because I think that falling into patterns like that is so easy, and you can't let whatever you're going through completely consume you, because some people literally don't get out of that, and it can take months for them to like get back on track or get back on a good schedule. Another thing that always helps me is, I already said everything shower, but deep cleaning my room too. Like, literally whenever I was younger, I would take everything out of my room, literally my bed, my mattress, my chair, my dresser, everything, and put it in the hallway of my bedroom. And I had like another bedroom upstairs in my house that we didn't really use, so I would like put everything in there sometimes and then bring stuff back in, and like I would clean everything, I would wipe everything down top to bottom, I would vacuum the rug, I would clean my windows, I would clean my counters, I would literally basically start my room from scratch. And I know that's like actually ridiculous, but it would genuinely help me so much. So if you're able to like deep clean your room or like reorganize your room or redecorate your space, that's something that I also think is such a good thing to do and a way to try and get out of a slump or whenever you're feeling down. What's one thing you wish you could tell your younger self? Honestly, okay, this is kind of a hard question for me because I really feel like everything that I've experienced has taught me so much. Just a lot of like very heavy things were thrown on me from a pretty young age. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I feel like I'm at a point in my life now where I'm able to look back and say, oh, like that's why that happened. I get it now. Like that makes sense. I would not be who I am today if A, B, and C didn't happen to me. So I feel like I wouldn't change honestly anything about the things that I've been through or like anything that like my younger self had any control over. There's nothing really that I would change. And I think like the only real thing that I could tell myself is it will all make sense. Like just hold on, it will all make sense. There are some days where like something happens like super good in my life and I literally just think to myself, I wish I could just go give my younger self a hug and like tell her like it seriously is going to be fine. Like you are going to make it out and you are going to be a-okay. You don't need to stress, you don't need to cry, like, and just calm down. Calm down and it will all make sense, I think would be the two things that I wish I could go back and tell myself. I used to be super emotional and like I would make a lot of decisions based off of emotion whenever I was younger. And I think now, I mean, it definitely does come with just like maturing and getting older in general, but I think now I'm like completely the opposite and I'm able to kind of compartmentalize things a lot better. So I feel like it's way easier for me now to see why things happen the way that they did and be grateful instead of upset that things went wrong. This was a quote that I posted like a week ago on my Instagram story that says, one day you'll look back and be thankful it went God's way and not yours. Truly, that day is like every day for me. Okay, I just filmed a whole answer to this question and I didn't like how I worded some things, so we're just gonna restart it. The next question is, what is your relationship status? I get this question quite often on Instagram DMs, TikTok comments, TikTok live comment sections, whatever it may be. The thing about me and talking about my relationships and posting about my relationships is I have a lot of thoughts about it. I have not posted a guy in going on 3 years, I want to say. 2.5, 3 years. I think the biggest thing for me is whoever I date, I don't want them to feel like they're signing up to be on the internet all the time or to be pressured into being in my TikToks or my Instagram stories or my Instagram posts or my YouTube videos. I never want them to feel like there's pressure, because at the end of the day that is just not healthy for any relationship. Same thing goes for my family. Like that's why I don't post my family a lot online. I like to keep my relationships with my family members, whether it's mom, dad, step siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever. I like keeping it separate. I never want there to be pressure. I always want there to be a respect towards whoever I date. And like I said earlier, social media does come with a lot of negativity and hate, and I don't ever want to be the reason that someone is getting negativity and hate online. Whenever I do post my relationship, it's not going to be like vlogs every day and he's not going to be like the center of my account, because at the end of the day he's not signing up to be a content creator. I am. This is my job, it's not his job, and I just want to be very respectful of that and find a good balance. With all of that being said, I will let you guys know very soon. I don't think I'm gonna put any mascara on because I know I'm not gonna want to take it off later. Last question is, what is something that you're looking forward to in the next few months? So obviously this week I go home for Thanksgiving. I leave tonight actually to go to Austin for Thanksgiving, and then in a few weeks is Christmas. And if you know me, you know I have like an actual problem with Christmas. Like it is like genuinely nothing brings me more joy than it being Christmas time and like seeing all the lights and like decorating and making Christmas cookies and doing all that kind of stuff. So I am so excited for Christmas and getting home and like just being able to like be around my family on Christmas morning and like on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and just like doing all my tradition. Oh, I'm so excited. So that is like the main thing that I'm looking forward to right now. New Year's resolutions as well. I love New Year's resolutions. I never tell anyone what they are, but every single year I do New Year's resolutions and I do a mood board on Pinterest. I think I have them all dating back to like literally 2016 saved privately on my Pinterest page, and I put like what my goals are for the year basically in pictures on my Pinterest mood board. And for like the first month of January, normally I'll like screenshot it and kind of make it a collage and make it the background on my laptop, and I feel like that just kind of helps serve as a reminder to stay motivated and like to keep my goals in the back of my mind throughout the first few months of the year. But also something that I'm looking forward to is vlogmas. I am obviously doing vlogmas this year. This is video number 1, day 1. I've been pretty inconsistent with YouTube, if you follow me you know, but this is hopefully going to push me in the right direction to stay on top of it. It's going to give me something to look forward to every day because I truly do love filming YouTube videos and editing them and making the descriptions and like making a cute thumbnail. Like I love that kind of stuff. I am such a creative person, so like this is right up my alley, and being able to do it literally every single day is going to be so fun. So very excited about that. I know a lot of people for vlogmas vlog every single day. I am not going to be doing that because one, I do actually do the same thing pretty much every day with the exception of like sometimes I'll go to dinner with my friends or I'll have an appointment to go to or whatever. Why is Lola looking like that? Lola. Anyways, but so yeah, I don't want to like bore you guys with vlogs every single day if I'm doing the same thing every day. So there's going to be a lot of variety of content, like makeup routines. There will be of course vlogs, but makeup routines too, morning and night routines, workout routines, all kinds of stuff. So I'm very excited to be doing this, and yeah, that is a few things that I'm looking forward to. Like I said at the beginning before I started my makeup, every single product that I used will be put down below. I know I didn't really go in depth and say the names of all of the products that I used, but they will all be linked. So if you guys like the way that my makeup turned out, definitely check the description box because it's all going to be there for y'all. I think this was so fun to get to sit and catch up with you guys. Thank you guys so much for writing in all of these questions, and I will chat to you all very soon. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas day 2. Bye!